YaN. Where are you from, YaN?
I was born in Hong Kong, but my family moved.
Which side? The Kowloon or the
yeah, Kowloon.
Kowloon side?
Yes.
I was actually in Hong Kong once.
Really?
Yeah, it was hot.
It's beautiful. I went back like for the first time like 15 years ago, maybe, and it was beautiful. I love the city.
So it's Kowloon, and what's the other side?
The new territories.
No, there's a name. Is it the Hong Kong side? Is it like one side?
Yes, true, of course. I
Right?
should know.
Right? Yeah. The water is so beautiful there.
Yes, it's beautiful.
Oh my God, it's crazy. And so did you live there as a little kid?
I finished kindergarten, and that's when my family moved to New York, pretty much. We spent half a year in Michigan, maybe.
So you don't remember that?
No, I barely. I have memories of schools and stuff and at home. So.
Right. So where in New York did you guys live?
When we first moved here, it was right across from St. Patrick's Church, right by the entrance, actually.
The
right
one on Fifth Avenue or
no,
Mulberry Street?
The one on Mulberry.
I lived on Mulberry Street. Yeah.
This was in the 70s.
Well, I
lived in the early 70s.
Nice. So the chicken factory was still right over there on the corner.
I have no recollection. All I remember is I went to St. Patrick's School. My father got mugged twice. And that's when we moved. That's when we moved to another part of Brooklyn.
Oh, it was safer there?
Yes.
Mulberry Street was so safe. John Gotti used to walk around the block all the time. It was like
because my father was an Italian.
Right, yeah. Wow, that's crazy.
Yes.
So do you have brothers and sisters?
I have an older brother, and he's like all over the country.
Wow. And you have now become a producer of some sort.
Yeah, I produce shows on public access.
Like what kind of shows?
I like the unusual stuff. So I try to do like collages of these shows called Tri-Visual. I've done a series of those with just random footage.
Yes. And it's a lot of work to do a show.
Especially the shows that I do. A lot of editing, and I try to cram as much as possible into these shows.
Yeah. So do you have a show now?
I tend to do specials.
I did a few of our show as specials.
Oh.
But yeah. So I totally know. I mean, are you a Final Cut Pro?
Yes.
Do you use their editing?
Yes,
biggest video.
You can do it over there. Do you do it all there? Or?
Yes, I do it all there. I tried doing a game show once called The Two Losers. This is
what was it about?
6 years ago. Instead of focusing on the winners, I thought, it'd be funny if we focus more on the losers or the contestants. So I created the whole game from scratch, and it was a great learning experience.
Like everything else.
Yeah,
right?
it ended up looking more like the dating game because I didn't have props to work with.
Yeah.
And then they were attached to their mic, so they're like sitting all the time. So but I try to come up with some creative segments, like 5 minutes of writing fantasy or fiction, and that portion came out pretty interesting.
So where do you see yourself in like 4 years, 5 years?
That's a good question. I'll probably still be at aNNiE, but I hope to do maybe some short films. I have so many ideas in my head.
Good for you.
Do you like pornography?
I've thought of that too.
I have some ideas, but like
we should work together.
Not to be crass about it, but there's a lot of beautiful artistic, in their own senses. Hello.
Yeah.
Caligula.
I always wanted to do porno comedy. That happens.
There you go.
Well, I think that there's
a political porno.
Just get Wiener for that, right?
Yes.
We gotta get Wiener, yeah. So, yeah, I mean, art is art, right? So what is the project you're doing now?
What am I working? I've done a series of new word order where just words and definitions. I've been OCDing on that.
Really? Do you walk around with a dictionary?
No, I don't. It's like the project came about because I don't need any footage and I could do everything at home. So, and then I love graphics and creating art. So, instead of talking heads where most producers doing that kind of show, I thought, something different and educational.
Sweet.
Wow. So what's a good word?
What's a good word? There's a lot of good words. It's now I'm even more focused on the graphic than the words itself, unfortunately. But there's like almost 40 words per 28 minutes. So. and I'm presenting each word differently. So it's a huge headache trying to, and using Final Cut Pro with that.
Wow, that sounds.
Yes.
It does sound a bit OCD.
It is.
So what does your house look like?
I'm kind of messy, but you know, I have a nice CD collection. I have all these instruments that I bought that I always wanted to learn to play, but never
You should hook
did.
up.
Like which one?
I have a guitar. I have a little keyboard.
Does your guitar
I
have
a
6
flute.
strings on it?
Yes.
The tune?
I have 2 guitars. I have an electric guitar and an acoustic guitar.
Do you have an amp?
My found the amp for me, but it wasn't that great. But
I'm sure it's great enough for you.
Yes. I
Yeah.
have a flute. I have a harmonica.
So which one have you dabbled on the most?
Maybe guitar in high school. I took some lessons.
Oh, well then it's like riding a bike. Whatever you learn, you'll remember.
Not
Yeah,
true.
but
No? You don't think so? I think it's true.
Then everybody would be guitar players.
Why not? Everybody can play something.
Yeah, like punk rock, where you just learn a few chords and just play.
Hey,
Yeah.
a few chords. You can get by
Yeah,
on a
that's
lot
true.
with a few chords.
But lately, I've been obsessing over the saxophone. So
Can you blow?
I can. I'll save that for the porno movie.
Oh, we're hooking up. We're definitely doing it. I mean,
Another match on Ruin Who. Another love connection right here.
the LO stands for luscious and lickety.
There you go. There you go.
Oh, I wanted to compliment you on the title of your show. I get so bored with everybody putting show in the title of their show. So, and then you didn't just use your first name. So it was different. Rew and Who.
Yeah,
That
it
was
kind of
really cool.
happened
Yeah.
organically, as you
Mhm.
say. Thank you.
And you don't have this downtown background in your show, and I'm very grateful for that.
Downtown background?
Thank you so
Elaborate.
Like a lot of these nighttime talk shows.
Oh, yeah.
It's like they all look the same.
Really? Well, we don't know
You
what
just
we're
got
doing.
big
That's
personal
that's
big
why.
rules.
Yeah.
It's original.
And
We
there's
are
something
on the
missing
job
there in my face,
training.
It's
Yeah.
almost like the more money you have to produce the show, the less original it becomes.
Thank you, Annie. Oh man, thank you. Because
want
we
your
don't know
phone
what
number.
the fuck we're doing. We just
Even
make
better,
it happen
even
every
better.
week. Somehow we just get through and we keep going. It's been over 3 years this month at Otto's Shrunken Head. Yeah.
It's like an organized live open mic, visual open mic.
Well, maybe to you, it's a little more organized than that, but it's an opportunity to perform.
Exactly.
Exactly. It's not like the lottery thing.
No.
It's more like,
it's
you know.
like I said, organized.
Yeah, it is. For a
It's
very
keyword.
disorganized person,
No,
it's
it's
very
beautiful.
organized.
I
Yeah.
love this.
And we would love your help, actually.
Oh, I'd love to help.
We would
out.
love a
I'd love to make
producer.
connections. And
Yeah.
See what we're gonna do?
I have so many
And
ideas.
I have
I'd
ideas
love to
too
do.
for MNN, and I know that 28-minute thing because I've
Yes.
made a
The
couple
M
of
for
those things.
mm.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we got that other MM there, right? The Max guy.
And Max, oh, we got you as a star, Max.
Max. Yeah. So,
Yes.
Annie, when is your birthday?
June 20th.
Woo! So you're Gemini
Cancer.
too. No,
You're
she's
Gemini.
Gemini.
I'm a cusp.
Yeah, but what do you call yourself?
I like Geminis. I think they're more
Yeah,
interesting.
well, it is Gemini right
Yes.
now, right? So we need a skeleton from your closet. It is National Biscuit Day. So, did you ever steal anything from your brother?
I don't have that many skeletons, but
Oh,
one time
please.
the Pretenders was playing at
What about
Summer
porn?
Stage. So I being frugal as usual, I tried to sneak in a couple of times, and we tried so many different ways. Like the one area in Central Park where the fence is like pulled down. I know everybody's getting in there. So I tried that a number of times, and we got caught. And then the second time, he said, "If you try that again, we're gonna arrest you."
So what happened? Did you try to?
No, I wouldn't. I want to
You didn't want to
caution
take a
over
chance.
that.
NYPD Blue scared
Yes,
you.
and I've gone into the U.S. Open a number of times.
Really?
Back in the 80s.
Like
climbing
Forest
over the
Hills?
fence.
Like when it was the old one?
No, the new one.
The new one? Yeah, the 80s doesn't sound as old as the 80s.
Makes it more exciting.
I haven't been there in a long. Who was playing? Do you remember?
Back then, Martina
I was
and
thinking never
Chris
till-
Everett,
Wow.
Novotna for a while, and I think I was into tennis up into the early
Bjorn
90s.
Borg, was he playing?
No, he wasn't playing.
He was 70s.
McEnroe was still
McEnroe.
around,
Wow, Tatum O'Neal.
yeah.
Yeah. Do you like Tatum O'Neal?
Do I like? I saw in Paper Moon, and I like the
So
movie.
good,
Yes.
right? Oh,
It's too
did you ever
bad
see
what
Paper Moon?
No.
She's the original Drew Barrymore.
Really?
Well, no,
She's
she's
her?
not. No, but she was a little girl actress, and she got the Academy Award for Paper Moon.
Oh, really?
She was the youngest
I
girl,
love them.
Tatum O'Neal, that ever got an Academy Award. And then when she got busted a couple of years ago, do you remember?
What for?
She had a skeleton. She was buying crack.
Oh, yeah.
She lived on the street that I worked at, and I wrote her a whole little package and gave it to the doorman, and she never wrote me back. Tatum O'Neal.
What street was that?
I can't tell you. I mean, I'm not going to tell you, but I'll
And you
tell
want
you
to like tell the
later.
skeletons, you can't even say that.
I'll tell you later. Why, you want to know? No,
course.
I'll tell you later. Here's this.
By the
And-
way, we gotta make some skeletons because that wasn't enough.
Wait, but she snuck into the U.S. Open.
Okay.
And
That's
I
awesome.
tried to pretend this concert. Too. Oh, you want to ask about my influences?
Yeah.
Yes.
Howard Stern,
I love Howard.
Chrissy Hine, and Gary Null are my influences.
Gary No, like N-U-L-L?
The
Yeah.
health food guy.
Yeah, the health food
That
guy.
makes sense. They all kind of work together, I feel like. Chrissy Hine,
big team.
she just closed her vegetarian restaurant in Ohio. No, she said she couldn't make it last because it was too expensive in Ohio. I know. Howard Stern could buy it,
Yeah.
and Gary Null could buy it too.
Yes,
Exactly. I would think Chrissy Hine could buy it too.
Yes, I'm sure that she, maybe she put more of her heart into it instead of other stuff.
But she's cool.
Yeah, she is.
She is
I
cool.
think she's great.
I love them all, and they all have black hair.
And they all have two-syllable first name and one
Oh, the
syllable
words.
last name, and my name is the same. So I found
Ah,
that
so you're in their
interesting.
category.
Yes.
All right. So my role models are Howard Stern, Christy Hine, aNNiE, YaN,
And Gary
and
Null.
Gary Null. There you go. And Lord Laura, you don't fit.
Sasha Chavez.
That doesn't fit either.
Sasha Chavez.
What happened to you, Sasha? Cha.
Lord Rax.
No.
Lorax Lord.
The second word has to be one syllable. Yeah. It could be Lorax Lord. That works. Yeah, you got it.
Fail.
What's your website? How do people
I
find you?
just have a link on Blip, so I don't have a website.
So what's the blip? The blip is your movies?
Yeah, all my videos on Blip, even though you can't really search for it, so there's not
So-
much I can do.
You can post them on your Facebook or
Yeah, I can post it. It's on my Facebook.
are the videos on it?
Eventually, I'm going to set a page for just my videos.
Like a fan page?
Yes.
Oh, we're gonna set
all
that
my
page.
All
videos.
right. When the porn comes out?
Yes, for the
All right.
Porn?
So keep watching, no?
No, it's gonna be artistic.
Okay, there you go. So any last shout outs?
Thank you, Rue.
Thank
for
you.
inviting
And I
me.
want to talk with
So
you, and I'll give you her address.
Okay.
I want to
Yeah.
give a shout out to my girl Faith Klein. She's a friend of mine, so watching, I love you.
Aw. We'll be back. We got more. Yeah.
Addicted to crazy.